Hello SLAPAFISH community, welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a tank review on the Stone Cold Steve Austin TL-1 LPC. I'm just going to be calling it Stone Cold because it's a lot easier. So this is a Tier 8 American medium tank that you get for completing Stage 100 of the Season Pass, which you can actually not buy the Season Pass for this one. This is one of the few rewards that you get if you're just completely paying for playing for free. You don't need a Season Pass to get this. It's just number 100, and you get this for just completing all 100 stages. So this is exactly what you get. It actually gets a package upgrade. Your stock reload, your stock package is the single shotgun, which is this one right here that says Stone Cold, and the stock package is a autoloader. It's a 2-shot autoloader, so it's right here. And the only reason, and if the stats were different between the two packages, I put the stats out, and if they were the same stats, I just left it over here. Okay, so I'm going to be comparing it to the Undertaker, which you can buy for the Ultimate Season Pass, and it's also another tank that you can get. But you got to buy this one. Buy the Undertaker, I mean. And I'm going to be comparing it to the Purging, because tech tree counterpart, so yeah. Okay, Stone Cold. It's the lightest of the three tanks at 36.9 tons. Its horsepower is 665. It has a horsepower per ton. It's 18.01, which is really good. Really good out of this comparison. It goes 50 forward, 20 reverse. Its fire chance is not the worst. That is not supposed to be there. The Purging is the worst. Track rotation is the best at 46 degrees. Terrain resistance is in the middle. Turret speed is okay at 38. Okay, all these tanks get a 90mm, and this tank gets this package upgrade gets a 90mm that is an autoloader. It's a 2-shot autoloader that you'll see farther down the list. So it has a 18-second reload at 2.6 aim time, accuracy is 0.4, while moving the tank is 2.8 dispersion, and rotating the turret is 1.52 dispersion with the stock package. Yeah, it's the stock package. Now, with the upgraded patches compared to the other single shotguns, it has the longest reload, same aim time, middle accuracy. Well, no, it has the worst accuracy of these two tanks. It has the best moving dispersion and rotating the turret dispersion. Turret. Yeah. Elevation is 19 degrees, and depression is 9 degrees. It does 280 damage per shot on its AP and premium rounds, and also does 370 damage on its high explosive. Penetration is okay at 208, but premium penetration is really good in this comparison at 280. Go away! Leave me alone! High explosives, 45mm of penetration, and splashes, yeah. Same with all 90mm guns. Shell velocity is the same thing as the Undertaker. DPM for the autoloader is 1,756. rounds per minute is 2.27, which is better than, basically this gun has the better rate of fire, but everything else the single shot is better at. See, 2 shots per clip. The clip does 560 damage, and our inner clip reload is 1.13. So now let's just compare these. The Stone Cold Purging and the Undertaker single shot. It has the worst DPM, worst rounds per minute. It's okay by ammo count. It's 6 rounds below the Purging, same as the Undertaker though. highest potential damage at almost 18,000, which is huge. Turn armor is 178 at the front, 76 at the side, and 51 at the back. Same thing as the Undertaker. It has the worst whole armor at 89 at the front, 51 at the side, 25 at the back. It has the same view range and signal range as the Pershing, but it has the lowest amount of hit points at 1,400 and mental concealment. Now, I was talking about the boost. It has average boost. It has the same boost as the Undertaker and the just Undertaker. It's 50% silver and 10% XP. Now, let's go jump into some gameplay of this tank. And I'll actually have two gameplays. And I'll say that again as soon as we get in there. So the people that skipped this part of the video will actually hear that. So, yeah. Okay, so we ended up in Berlin. So, before you wonder, yes, or if you're wondering this already, yes, we are going to be doing two battles. The first one's going to be the autoloader, and the second one's going to be the single shot. The gun I really prefer is the autoloader, just because it's better DPM and the quick bursts of damage. The best way I found to play the autoloader is just always empty your two shots. Don't wait around. Just always empty your two shots if you can. And as soon as you if you can't empty the second one, just immediately reload. So you can always have that clip loaded, because it's a two shot. And I think it's the only two-shot autoloader in the game. And when I loaded this tank out as the ammo, I didn't know that it was an autoloader until I got into battle. So that's when you see like an odd number of AP and odd number of high explosive. So the outfit damage is pretty good. I like the outfit damage. It feels nice. It really does. Now, this game we're going to have in the autoloader is actually going to be short. I actually missed one, and I almost hit the champion for 300. Only 2 hit points short, and I'm trying to ram the setter. And right now, this gun just feels nice. Also, you can work with it. And there we go. We blow the turn off the champion, and I like a little. So we're already at 1,300 damage, mainly just because we just ammo racked the champion. But you can do that in this tank, because you can hit the ammo rack twice in short succession. And I really like the interclip reload at 1.1 seconds, which is nice. And it does take 16 seconds. I think I have my reload down to 16 seconds, but it feels shorter when you're like in combat. It feels a lot shorter. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels a lot shorter. It just feels like, okay, I just fired, but I'm loaded again? Really? Except for this point, where I'm just loading. And there's a Hellcat, I'm just two-shot. Especially when it's full health. And especially when it's running away. And that's one, that's two. This gun just feels really nice with the autoloader. It's the gun I really prefer. And there's artillery. I'm actually going to ignore artillery and go for the 244 and see if it's possible for me to actually clip them out. That's one, and that's two. And there he's almost dead. That was a tier 6 though. And we're already at the 2,800 DPM. Damage. Even though the DPM kind of sucks on this tank, the autoloader. And the what is the DPM? 1,756. The autoloader just makes it feel so much better because of the quick burst of damage. And I told you, this is a very quick game, and this game's almost over. It hasn't even been 4 minutes left. So we hit the Pantera twice, almost finished him off, and when we forget the Pantera and go for the Shaska. And it's kind of funny when I fight people. They'll poke out around the corner, I'll fire, and they'll be like, they'll bait my first shot, and they'll start rushing at me, and I'll fire the second shot, and they're like, what the heck was that? Because they don't think this is an autoloader, and it's really funny to watch it happen. So, that was a victory. Easy game. Made 136,000 silver. Did 3,949 damage. 1,485 block. Which is really nice for compared to the amount of armor that the tank actually has. And we got top of the leaderboards. Pretty easy game. Fired 16 shots. Direct hit 14. And penetration of 14. And now it's the next game. So this time we're using the single shot gun. Our reload is 9.08 seconds, which is pretty long. And we are also bottom tier, if I remember. The last game we were top tier. Now we're going to be bottom tier. I think we're bottom tier. If we're not, yeah, we're bottom tier. I remember now, because that's a Cetarian Action 10 right beside me. So yeah, my thing is like, okay, I'm bottom tier. Let me try to make it to the lighthouse. That feels the best thing for me to do. Get out there, start sniping, and try to make the gun work. Or try to use my gun depression over here where I'm about to go. Or you start climbing up and just farm some people. Because 280 alpha damage actually feels really nice on this tank. Especially with the auto loader, but this time we're talking about the single shot. And there's a Luva. Hit his lower plate, 259, low rolled there. And also I do want to say what equipment I'm using on this tank. It was a vertical stabilizer, coated optics, and if I remember correctly, it's crew vents. And the crew I actually have for this tank is, let me actually go to the crew. Skills and perks. It's Adrenaline Rush, let me start over. Adrenaline Rush, Swimming Lessons, Controlled Impact, Off-Road Driving, Smooth Ride, Deadeye, Snapshot, Brothers in Arms, Mentor, Repair, Sixth Sense, and Clutch Braking. Well, Training Clutch Braking. So, I know the reload is bad on this tank. Well, bad for the single shot. And, yeah. But the alpha kind of makes it up. It just feels nice. Like, other medium tanks are hitting for like 220, 240, 260. This tank's hitting for 280. Unless you're talking about the T-44 that either has a 122mm gun or the 100mm gun. But this is an American tank that can use its gun depression and has somewhat turn armor. And it has view range, so it can just outspot people and just tear apart them with its gun depression. And there's the E4. Hit him for 258 again. Now, I actually see these tanks to my right. I seen them earlier. And I'm like, okay, I got to really start backing up. And there's the Undertaker. Remember, he has like, his reload is so much better than mine. And there's also a leopard that took out my loader. So it's the counterpart of this tank. And a lot of people are very familiar with the Undertaker because they just bought it out because they just bought the season pass and the Undertaker together. So, in some reason, I actually bounced off the FV215B Bravo right there. But what I was saying, that people are more likely to be used to the Undertaker than this tank because people bought that tank. More than likely bought that tank because the season pass is combined with that tank. So, yeah. So he's probably going to come up here, rush me, and probably out DPM me, which he really can. But until that time comes, I'm just going to farm this leopard that's off in the distance. Maybe. Just long reload. We hit him for 309, which ain't bad. We actually high rolled really good right there. And hopefully we can high roll right here. And nope. That shot just flies over the tank. But he dies instead. So now it's just a Conqueror. Well, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say Conqueror and Undertaker were about half health. But the Conqueror was like 229, which was a one-shot for me. But Undertaker was about half health. But he got hit for like 559. Then I'm like, okay, just come down here and put a shot into him. He's dead. There goes my counterpart. So, don't really have to worry about him out DPing me and taking me out. Now it's just 2 tank to charge, a medium tank, which I have no idea where it is, and the artillery. And the medium tank is, the scary thing is, the medium tank is actually a bat chat. And there's the artillery over there. 2 tank destroyers are spotted, but I have no idea where the bat chat is. So, and there's the bat chat right beside me. But luckily for me, he's actually a 2-shot. So I'm actually going to try to 1-shot him with a high explosive round. He actually bounces off me, and I kind of want to ram him, but I miss. And I think I'm actually confusing him, or yeah, not that good of a player, but hey, that's fine. And now I actually looked what the last tank is left, and it's a 4005. The 4005 is over there in J1. He's out spotting me, and he just fired. That actually looked like an AP round. And I was really hoping to actually hit the 4005's turret to actually do huge amounts of damage, but I missed my only shot I was going to take on that 4005, so there goes some easy damage. But oh well, we got a victory on Cliff. Made 130,000 silver, did 3,012 damage, did 1,500 assists, top of the leaderboards. And that's it for me. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also remember to SLAPAFISH because while you're not, and peace out. See ya.